What's up, shawties? I hope y'all are doing well. So originally I was gonna make this video another like 1 minute K-drama review, but I had too many thoughts on this one, so I felt like I'd rather just make a longer video with it. I'm still gonna try to keep it under 10 minutes, and you're gonna notice some cuts throughout this video just because I don't think I'm gonna be able to explain all my thoughts at once without any pauses. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I also want to make this disclaimer that I don't really know properly how to pronounce the main characters' names. I try to look it up and gonna try my best to say it properly, but there's a good chance I may still butcher it, and I'm really sorry if that's the case. Alright, and the K drama in question today is Uncontrollably Fond. Released in 2016. It's a K drama I've heard a lot of praise for, and I hear it's like the top of a lot of people's lists as like the goated K drama. So I finally took the time to sit down and watch through it, and I'm honestly sad to say I'm pretty disappointed. I have several reasons for why I feel this way, and I feel like the best way to talk about this is to start with what I didn't like and finish with what I did like. So let's start with a small gripe I had. This one wasn't as big a deal, but it was still annoying. So one of the songs they used, it was called "A Little Braver" by New Empire is the band. Oh my goodness, they replayed the shit out of that song throughout the show. Out of like 20 episodes, it probably played like 50 times. That song got so freaking annoying. And the thing is, I get they were trying to use it to establish the mood and everything. But I think at a certain point it just got so annoying because it would be the same song over and over, and it wouldn't even be like a different variation of it. It was just the same exact song. When it gets hard, it just got so frustrating. But that's like a smaller gripe. It's not the biggest thing, but it was very annoying. Another thing I took issue with was Noel telling Chun Young that it wasn't his fault after she found out everything and thought about it. Like, that whole situation, I get why they did it that way, but I don't really agree with it. I really felt like it would have worked fine if she said, like, I forgive you, and I know it wasn't, like, intentional, and it kind of wasn't your fault, but, like, the whole thing not being his fault at all is kind of ridiculous to me, because, like, yeah, it's not technically his fault. He didn't mean for her to get hit by a car, but she would have never been hit had he not stolen the USB from her. So she was only running into the road chasing him. So to say it's not your fault, we were just caught in a situation or you just happened to be there. No, you involved yourself. You took the USB. So like I get it, but I'm kind of like, I feel like more so if it was like I forgive you or I know you didn't mean for it to be that, but to say it's not your fault completely is just kind of eh. Alright, and now we move on to what I liked about the show. And that's mainly one thing, the ending. I feel like the ending of the show is actually peak. Like, I feel like this is everything you go into this show for. It's like, I feel like if you accepted the tropiness of everything and just agreed that these characters love and care for each other, then the ending is like everything you wanted. Like the goodbyes from each characters, their grieving and dealing with actually realizing that Chunwon will be dying was really well done. I feel like a lot of the characters making their final decisions, like Chun Young's father, made some sense. You start to see that he does have somewhat of a heart, but even more, I felt like the delusions, or I'm not sure, hallucinations, if that's the right term, that Chun Young was going through when he was interacting with a lot of the characters just hit me in the heart so much more. Like, it was so well done, and I just felt like it was exactly what I went into the show for. But even with that being said, as much as I liked the ending, I still feel like that's not enough to overhaul all the wasted potential throughout the series. So I don't consider this a bad show. I wouldn't put it up in my like top tier shows. Like I'd probably put it somewhere at like a 6.5. as a final review.